Hello friends, you're watching Like Sanya channel. Today we are going to brief you on the reflection of our beautiful adventure to the mesmerizing city of Baku, Azerbaijan. We spent 4 days in Azerbaijan and we had an embarkable on a journey that was filled with exploration, cultural immersions and breathtaking landscapes. It was a wonderful experience we had. We just, after dropping our bags in a hotel room, we just went out to have a look and feel of the city, and it was really amazing. It was really raining, the temperature was really down, and it was actually freezing out there. But yes, we really had an adventure time. We really enjoyed it, and we just had, this was just the view we had while we step out of our hotel room. We just started our first day where we visited museum. Then we had a beautiful view of the city. We went to one of the highland parks as well, and then to witness little Venice. It had been an amazing experience. The weather was definitely beautiful, amazing, and we took definitely a lot of pics. But yes, it was an amazing experience, a different kind of experience that we explored there. And we had a good company of friends along with us, and we really spent a very good time there, enjoying, having fun. Later we went to Highland Park as well, where we had a beautiful view of the park. It was not really crowded because maybe because of the climate. It was raining as well, drizzling, so maybe because of that reason it was not really crowded. But yes, the view and all, that feel that we wanted to have of the city in the city tour, so that we got it, and we really experienced, we really had a very good experience and amazing experience. And then after this Highland Park, we went to the Old City, just a walking tour of the city where we explored the beautiful, vibrant streets, rich history of Baku through a comprehensive tour that we had. It was like from the iconic flame towers to the historic old city. We just witnessed, the juxtaposition of ancient traditions everywhere and modern marvels that define this captivating metropolis. Walk and walk and walk. It was a good amount of time, and until we reached a restaurant for a dinner finally, because definitely after all this walking we all were really starving a lot, so we really need that energy to have to walk further. So we reached to the place to have a dinner. It was a beautiful restaurant, and we had a good food there. Ambience was beautiful and people were nice, and definitely the food was amazing too. Yes, and then we continue our tour for the old city, where we did little shopping as well, and we had all the souvenirs and all old Baku people, whatever they used to use as traditional things. So we had get an opportunity to view that as well. Then we moved further, and just we were doing closing of the day, and we were just walking to a spot for a car pickup, and so that we can just end off the day. It was started little raining as well by the time, so we just thought of closing it as possible. Anyways, everyone was tired, so yes, we thought of just reaching fast and get this end of the day. So it was fun having the first day we spent. It was really great, and the close, we just were about to close the day, and with this final walking towards our car, and the first day well spent. So we'll continue tomorrow now with our adventure of the second day. Bye bye. So our second day starts today. Our expedition will lead us beyond the city limits to the enchanting region of Absheron. Here we will delve into the natural wonders and cultural heritage of this coastal peninsula, from the mysterious Yanadak to the ancient Atesgaha fire temple, each site steeped in myth and legend. So I'll do less talking today. We'll have a guide and he was explaining very nicely. So I'll let him do the talking.
He was a Zoroastrian who worshipped fire. So when he was here, he used the room for himself to relax and continue his way. When he was absent, other travelers on the Silk Road, they stayed in the room and they paid for the rent. So it was kind of...
Oh wow, that was nice. Ay, may camera siya. Galing na. Ay, galing may shadow siya.
Small rooms.
Alfred Nobel and so on. Alfred Nobel himself, he never visited Baku, but his two other brothers, with one of their good friend, French general, they came to Baku and they bought this land in Surakhane for 10 million rubles in gold to extract oil. So except dynamite and the nitroglycerin and TNT, the Nobel brothers had a business in oil as well. And with money from the oil that they got here and the explosive, they created the Nobel Fund, which is very famous in the world. Yeah, so the three Nobel brothers had a share here. Alfred Nobel himself had the share here, and his other two brothers and a French general, and they extracted the oil. Here we're able to see their factory where they filled the barrels with oil and exported them. So they built that railroad that I showed you back then to ship the oil, exactly, to export to other countries. Now the railroad is still there. They have actually extended it and it is going. Before this, it was just starting from here. I'm going to the other side, dear guests. That was done for that. Also here, dear guests, we're able to see Europeans examining the temple. This is approximately mid of 19th century.
Same outside, huh?
Yes, that's the altar, exactly. So the Europeans at that time were fascinated with other religions except Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. And whatever knowledge they would find from other religions, they would use it for themselves. Typical Europeans.
So basically there were several rooms, and every room we were entering, and our guide, tour guide, was explaining, giving the insight of every room, what do they have and how that is built in. So all that basically the history and all, he was giving us the insight of it. So it was really amazing knowing things 500 years back, 1000 BCs
of
and
the temple, how it was before. We're able to see gentlemen worshipping the fire from two religions. Hindus are over here on this platform, except this gentleman who's a Zoroastrian, and those also are Zoroastrians. They are performing the rituals in the evening. The top corners of the altar where we entered firstly, as you see, there is fire. That was not methane gas. They just pour oil inside it and they ignited it, and it was burning for the evening to make light, like for the rituals. Here, yes.
This is the area where we saw fire.
Yes, that's the one, exactly.
Ganpati. Ganpati.
You can step on the glass, don't worry, it's good. Okay, so dear guests, this is one of the rooms that the Hindu worshippers of the temple built for themselves to worship Ganpati, the deity over there. Also, we're able to see the old part of the floor where it is. So, dear guests, inside you're able to see an illustration of people worshipping or Indian or Hindu Om over there. Very ill and about to die, they would put them in this room and pray for their well-being. One of the unique features of the room is that if there's a person who's about to die, they would put him in that corner, and if he would tilt his head to the left while lying, through that window he can see the holy fire, which is very important for a person who is worshipping fire, to see the fire before he passes away. Exactly. And here they also did ritual ablution as well. Also, dear guests, believe us, there used to be a part of the old temple that was destroyed 1,500 years ago, roughly. It was built by the wealthy merchant that I told you about.
Wealthy, okay.
He's sitting there, over there with the fancy hat. A businessman. He was a fire worshipper, a Parsi, if you can call it, or a Zoroastrian. And also, if you pay attention to the room, it has 3 sections. The section over there, this is private quarters, and there is 2 windows over there, and also a door. Can you see it over there?
Yeah, for the fire
Yes.
to see.
Not expensive for that, but it was included. This is private. Sorry. This is private. See classical battle between good and evil, as always, like in other religions. The evil being the evil griffon, and good being the Ahura Mazda himself. Also, what's interesting about the Zoroastrian faith, it is the sign of the Zoroastrian faith. Now, if you look at it, in the middle there is a circle. It is a metal disc. Also, inside the disc there is a person sitting or standing, and in his hands there is a wheel. Okay. Also, there is wings. These wings mean that this disc is flying. Okay. And the person inside the disc means that there is somebody standing or sitting there, and also he has a wheel. So there is a theory, the ufologists have a theory that this religion has connections to the UFOs, to unidentified flying objects or aliens from other world. However, this of course cannot be proven. However, it is a very interesting theory, because if you look at the side, again, it's a disc that can fly. It's a flying UFO, so it is very interesting. Also, dear guests, on the rock, you're not able to see any fire, right? But we're in a fire temple. So what is the significance of the fire? This is not ordinary fire. The methane gas was always coming out, and it was never lasting fire. So they believe that this type of fires are representatives of the god Ahura Mazda on earth. That's why it was highly worshipped. Also, dear guests, let's go to the other side. Later on in future, these gases started to go out to the surface due to high pressure, and people saw the fire and they believed it was a miracle. It started from that.
Big Bang Theory.
Exactly.
That's the one.
Exactly. 20,000 years ago, the people settled here on this territory. Then they continued. Archaeologists found evidence of that people lived here 20,000 years ago. 6,000 years ago, dear guests, nearby at the place of Gala village over there, people were already doing bronze work that they were trading for with other civilizations, because bronze is not here in Azerbaijan. It's not available here. 3,500 years ago, Hinduism came to be in the world, and later on in the 9th century, Hindus started to travel to Azerbaijan to worship the holy fire, because in their religion it is also holy. That's why you're able to see a lot of plates in Sanskrit language, and Hindus worshipping the burning fountain or fire fountain. So what is happening here? We're able to see flame tips coming from a part of the mountain. They are always burning here 24 hours. This is due to methane gas coming from the depths of the earth to the surface through the cracks in the earth's core. So sometimes, because of the pressure, the flame tips go higher, up to 1 meter, 1.5 meters approximately. And even in snow or rain, it is always burning. I've been here when it was snowing and also raining. The entire mountain is wet, becoming wet, except this part like that, because the temperature here is always high, and as soon as the raindrop hits it, it vaporizes, dear guests. Also, dear guests, this place was visited by the famous Marco Polo when he was in Baku. He wrote about 7 wells of fire in Baku city. This is one of the wells of the fire. Second, we will go to the fire temple, and there are also 2 more in Baku, but the other 3 are lost to history, unfortunately, dear guests. By the way, you don't feel any smell of gas. Yes, no. This is because this is pure methane gas, dear guests. That is the reason for it. It never goes out, it only goes out when there is a very strong wind and it partially goes out, not fully. Here is a good example of the methane gas coming out from the mountain, under the stone. Can you see it over there, dear guests? Also, as you see, it goes higher. There is a black point over there. The flame tips go higher. Also, a good example is on the other side. There are small pockets of fire over there. You can have a look at them. Let's have a look.
Next, we move on to location in the museum where they showcase us the art of pottery making and how what the old the setup, the kind of setup they have, and how the beautifully he was crafting beautiful things were shown in the room. So even we tried the same as well. The guide was again explaining few things on the pottery making. We had an experience to explore how the making of carpet as well. So it's very fine work that is being done. A lot of patience and efforts are required behind all those carpets and everything we see. So we explore all that adventure and we had really a good learning after seeing all that. Now here we started, as I told earlier, we started exploring the art of carpet making, that how fine the work is and a lot of patience is required. See how the minute and the kind of job they're doing to make a carpet. It's been really incredible and commendable. And that's the end of the day for us. We'll just have our lunch and then we'll move back to our hotel rooms for to explore further in evenings by ourselves, and then tomorrow we'll be on a trip for a Shadag that will require 3 hours travel from our hotel room. So have a good day for the rest of the day and we'll continue. So now as we transition into the third day, our itinerary takes us on a journey to the majestic heights of Shadak. While the nearly 3 hour journey from hotel may seem daunting, rest assured that the breathtaking vistas and exhilarating experiences awaiting us amidst the rugged mountains will make every moment worthwhile. Whether indulging in winter sports or simply basking in the serene beauty of nature, Shahadak promises an unforgettable escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. So we enjoyed a lot of snow and snow everywhere. While on a journey to Shahadak from the city, it was as we reached Shahadak, it was like snowy everywhere. I mean, both while we were moving in the car, we can see on the roadside, both the roadsides, there was snow on the houses, trees, everywhere. It was just a mesmerizing moment since it was the first time we saw snow. So it adds up more to the beauty for us. After reaching there, we enjoyed the cable car trip where again it was when we reached high above the mountains. It was so beautiful and we can experience that feel of snow and the chilling weather and the height, amazing it was. So we were for almost 2.5 hours in snow. We enjoyed it, we felt it, and after experiencing the beautiful snow and the scenic scenes, we traveled back to the city for our hotel, and where we will have our dinner and then back to hotel room. So it was a very hectic day since. The travel was too much, but it was really worth it. After an hour of journey again, we reached our hotel for the food. We all were really starving because it was a long, hectic day, and we didn't had our proper lunch. Also, we just had little snacks while we were in Shahadak. But yeah, for the proper, this was the time where everyone was starving, and we really need to have a proper dinner. Again, the beautiful the hotels and the restaurants and all were really beautiful. So this was the end of the day for today. We'll just have our dinner and we'll move back to our again the another 2 hours 3 hours journey we'll have, and then we'll reach to our hotel room. Let's catch up tomorrow. Bye bye for the last day. Hello everyone, good morning again. So we started our day today, the fourth day, the last day. We really had very fun, and we'll just explore the rest of the city and we'll close for Baku. So today we will be heading back. We have a flight at night, and so throughout our 4 days sojourn in Baku and its surrounding regions, we embrace every opportunity, for discovery and the connections we cherish, the memories that we create, and the bonds we forge along the way. So the journey will not be just a merely a trip, but it has a transformative experience that has left us an indelible mark on our hearts and minds. Thank you, and let the adventure begin.